guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little tutorial, a sewing tutorial. Haven't done that in a while, but I made these cute little Halloween bags for my girls, little trick-or-treat bags. And so I thought I would show you how to make them with a little decal on the front. And I've just used different scrap pieces of material for the pumpkins. So here's the sad, funny, whatever story, is that I made 2 of these bags to make sure I was designing them the way I wanted them to be done. And then I filmed making the 3rd one. And then I sat and binge watched on Netflix, finishing the 4th one. Sat down, uploaded all my footage, was tired at the end of the day, came back to the footage to edit and upload the video the next day, and all of my footage is gone. I have no idea where it went. I don't know I don't know. We looked for an hour. So, what I'm going to do today is refilm that video for you, making these bags. So now I'm going to have 5 bags. I'm just going to give it to one of my daughter's friends because they're going to go trick-or-treating together, and their costume is the same. You'll see what that is. I'll upload some pictures of them going trick-or-treating later in the, I guess, next week. So, stay tuned. We're going to make these cute little tote bags. Super easy, and as you can see, I've already made 4 of them, so let's go make another one. Okay, so we have our fabric here. We are going to cut it 16 by 16. I've got my ruler here, and I've already cut the one side, so we're going to cut the other one. And I always fold my fabric in half if I don't have enough cutting space. So I've got this on the edge over here, so we're going to cut it here at 16. A square piece like that. Then we also need to cut out our pumpkin shape that I have done here. So I've got, not only do I used a piece of bandana and I cut out a pumpkin shape. I just did that freehand. And then I've got the piece of batting as well. And then I like to rough up my edges on the fabric like that. And then cut a little teeny piece of the green. And I frayed the edges as well. And I did 2 pieces. You can do as many as you want. And then I'm going to stick that kind of down inside the 2 pieces, sandwich them in so that I can sew them straight together so they don't come apart. And then we also need to cut the straps. Okay, so we have our fabric here, and we need to cut it 20 inches long by 2.5 inches wide. So my ruler is 2.5 inches wide, so we just need to cut against that. And then I just need to make sure that I've got 20 inches. And you actually need to do this 2 times. So I've got 18 on my mat plus about an extra 2. And this isn't a perfect science. I'm not going to worry about making sure that's exactly 20. We're just going to count that good. So now we are going to go to the sewing machine. What we're going to do is we're going to sew up the sides only on our straps, just a 1/4 inch seam allowance, but we're not going to sew up the ends. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and cut my end pieces because I had it on a fold. So we're going to sew down the sides of each strap piece Then we're also going to sew the sides of our bag. My bottom is already folded over, but if yours wasn't, then you would sew up your bottom as well. Before I sew the sides up on this piece though, the main piece, I'm going to take my pumpkin and roughly place him in the middle, like that. I'm going to pin him down, and then I'm going to go around the edge of this pumpkin with a zigzag stitch and get him sewn on the front piece only before I sew up the sides. So we're going to go to the sewing machine, we're going to do all that, and I'll show you the next steps. Okay, we've got our pumpkin pinned on here. I'm going to set my settings on my sewing machine to a zigzag stitch, and then I am going to go all the way around. So let's go. Okay, now we're going to sew up the side. Okay, now we have our strap pieces. We're going to sew the sides of those up, and then we're going to turn them right side out. Alright, so we have all of our sewing done for now. I've got the straps turned right side out, and we need to iron those flat, and then I'm going to iron sides of my bag as well. Next, what we're going to do, and I don't really need to iron it, but I just wanted to show you, I'm going to fold it once and twice, and then we're going to go sew that down. I'm only going to iron it to kind of make a little crease. Need to. So we're going to do that. So we'll go to the sewing machine for that. We're going to go to the sewing machine and we're going to fold this over 1/4 inch. We're going to sew that down. And sew it all the way around. And then we're going to fold it over one more time. And sew that down so that we have a nice clean edge. Then when we're at the sewing machine, I'll show you a little bit more. But once we have sewn these down with the folded edges over, we're going to sew that new strap into the inside of the bag, and we're going to sew 2 little seams across the strap to firmly attach it inside the bag. But I'll show you that once we get to the sewing machine. Okay, we're going to sew these seams on the top of the bag. Okay, now I folded over that seam again. See how I stitched there? Then I'm going to fold it over one more time and sew that up. I'm going to work closer to this edge so that I make sure to sew this one down. Okay, next up I've got the straps here, and I'm going to just fold once, fold twice, and I'm going to sew that shut really quick. I'm going to go back and forth and sew that shut. Okay, so now I'm going to attach the straps, and I'll take off all this string at the end. But we're going to attach the straps. It's about 4 inches in. I don't measure it too much, I just eyeball it. And I could pin it, but that would take more time. So I'm just going to sew across here, and then I'm going to sew across here and make sure it's attached nice and tight. And I'll do that to both sides. And then I'll attach the other side with this strap, and then we're all done. Okay, we're gonna repeat that 4 times and we'll be done.
Trick or treat.